right, Mike? Do I need both of them? Nope. Coach Kilk here on the mics, plural. We got some playoffs today, I think, for you guys, right? That's what we're doing. We got Rocket League playoffs. We got Smash playoffs. What's the other one?
Well, no Rocket.
Is there a fourth one?
It's Hearthstone, Smash, and COD.
Hearthstone, that's what I meant to say. Okay, and COD. Yeah, Rocket League's on Friday. That's what we got, Rocket League. Yeah, so we got, are we watching Strum Walking or are we watching Jay first? Whichever one starts first. Fair. Works for me. If we're going Strum Walking, we know who we're getting. We're getting the Ryu. If we're going Jay, it's hit or miss. Are both of these actually on, or am I just doing this for the memes now?
You're just doing it for the memes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From the start.
But yeah, guys, it's an important week here at Iowa Western. Playoffs happening. 4v4 Call of Duty. We are undefeated. Is that correct? All right, so we're on board with Strum Walking first, going up against Cool Launcher. Don't know what college he's from, but we'll see.
If it's Rio and if it's Sturm, it's
Onondaga. All right. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Is this another one of the? Is this a Keyblade kind of guy that he's fighting, or is this another person from what? Fire Emblem.
From Xenoblade Chronicles, I believe. He's kind of Keyblade-ish because he has a counter.
Yeah. All right, I was just curious. From Xenoblade, huh? Yeah. Cosmos. Imagine going with Xenoblade Chronicles and not playing Cosmos. All right, well he's one stock up on Strum Walking right now. Tatsu didn't work out. Chopped in the face. It looks like he has, it says Buster? What is that? Is that some kind of limit break like Cloud?
It does extra damage, I believe, on his smashes.
Oh, okay. Stood there and took the Ryu charged up gut punch, whatever that's called. Yeah, punched him right into the ground. Evens up the damage here. Another stun there. Ooh, nice uppercut. That was a quick elimination. Times 2.
To answer your question from earlier, Call of Duty finished the regular season 6-1.
6-1, okay. I think Strum's being a little too cheeky here with his charge smashes. I'm sad that Ryu doesn't have flame fireballs anymore in Street Fighter. It makes me sad. If he does, I have not seen a single Ryu player on Twitch throw a red fireball. Oh, and the dragon kick for the third stock, and Strum Walking goes up 1-0. We did it. 1-0, just like Ryu. And then Jay is playing. Do we know what champion he's playing? I've seen Jay play so many.
I saw him practicing Byleth today. So.
Byleth? Okay. That's probably Byleth then if he's practicing Byleth. I mean, I've seen Jay use Sephiroth, I feel like. I've seen him use all kinds of random characters, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe Jay's always been Byleth and I'm just not paying attention. But while we're waiting for the next game, guys, I know Friday we got Rocket League. We got playoffs happening every day, I believe. What do we got going on tomorrow? Overwatch. We got Overwatch tomorrow. That's right. Big W for Overwatch. We want to get some rings. We got the rings back here. We do. You know, we're just trying to get some rings here. All right. Cool Launcher versus Strum Walking again. Street Fighter player extraordinaire. We have Street Fighter tomorrow, right? Thursday. Yeah, we're trying not to make that last until 11 p.m., guys. Boo, imagine putting us on West. It's a weird thing about living in the center of the country, I guess. You just kind of get sent somewhere. Cool Launcher. Looks like he's learned to tech that ability. Instead of just standing there and getting hit with it, he's going for the grabs now. So we'll see how Strum adjusts. Now that he won't have this big punch, there it is again. Goes for the punch, dragon kick to the face. Maybe instead of using that punch, letting it go before it charges up. Oh no, and a mistake at 19%. And Hitatsu's off the ledge. That's unfortunate. I guess not really off the ledge. Hitatsu's backwards. But got the double punch combo. It's going. It seems like Cool Launcher, whatever this character is, it can choose what color it wants its Buster, and each one, I'm assuming, does something different, right?
So Shulk has 5 different abilities. One is jump based, one is speed based, one is smash, which he's on right now, which does damage.
Matt might be the choice against Ryu. It seems like his
Buster, I think, does extra special damage.
Or is it a shield Buster?
I'm gonna actually look it up because I can't remember what they are.
He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to land on top. He wants to grab. Ooh, that uppercut connected through the floor. That was a little weird. Probably not something you generally want to see. Speed gets chosen by, you said it's Shulk?
So, yeah.
Another grab there.
Teching
out that punch.
So jump is obvious, makes him jump.
Yeah.
Higher. Speed is obvious, makes him faster. Shield is more defensive.
What's Buster do?
Buster increases his damage while lowering his knockback.
Okay.
So it's part of a combo between Buster and Smash. Buster does more damage but doesn't launch, or Smash does more launch.
Oh. Jay had the great read there. Rolled through the cloud limit break. Had the advantage, but then rolled back in front of his opponent and got smacked. No name with the Cloud juggles. That up A seems to work out pretty well for Cloud. Jay not able to connect with the arrow there. I'm curious as to why Jay is not smashing when Cloud's using that ultimate. That's the second time he stood right behind him where he could have hit him. But maybe it's weird. Maybe I don't know how that move works. It's the difficulty of casting a game that you don't have very many hours in. Oh, Jay thought that Cloud's ability would go over him, so he stuck with it. Got a trade. Really needs to get this stock back before he loses at 150 here. Cloud's at 92%. He's done a great job not taking smashes, and that continues, it looks like. Hard to knock somebody off when you're just hitting them with flies. I had to think for a second to make sure there wasn't like a fly enemy in this game that actually like it knocks you off.
The closest you get to something like that, in my opinion, is Ridley. Because Ridley just grabs you like all over the place.
That was a quick 3-stock there from No Name against Jay. Back to the 1-1 matchup of Cool Launcher versus Strumwalken, and Strum 3-stocked him. Dang, that's 2-1 Strum. Is it best of 3 or best of 5? For playoffs.
Let me check.
We're not in playoffs right now because it's tier 2.
Oh, is this tier 2?
Yeah, it's a best of 7, I'm pretty sure.
I was lied to.
Let's check.
Thought I was
Yeah,
casting
best of
playoffs.
7.
Oh, okay. All right, well, sometimes you get 3-stocked. It happens. Name me a Smash player that has never been 3-stocked in their life. This guy, right here.
I think I've been free stocked, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I've been 3-stocked. Not in this Smash game.
Oh, yeah. In Nintendo 64 Smash, yeah.
That wasn't even 3-stock back then. That was back when we were like, we're going to put all the bots on level 9 and try to fight them. You got like 8 guys coming at you. There was a few maps you could do that on. Usually you could mess up the bot's AI to jump into a hole or something over and over again.
Yeah.
But if you were trying to fight him like straight up, it was over for you. Because I hit the power button. Bones is that guy in Street Fighter and in Tekken that has like the worst rating. Because he DC. He pulls the cord every game.
Just turns on the lag switch and disconnects.
Like every game.
Oh, I'm losing. Time to turn on the light switch.
The old Xbox. We're lag switching. That's a thing. That is a fighting game rating now that you can see in Tekken and Street Fighters how often your opponent DCs. So you can choose to fight them or not.
That makes sense.
They've been around for a while. It's pretty cool. Cool launcher. Launched Strum walking straight up for sure. We are on even ground, gentlemen. We went into this 2-2 stock at 0-0.
Just a reset of the bracket.
Oh, that Tatsu couldn't send him off at 115 though, but it was a good combo there. Cool launcher going with the smash attacks to get the little more range on those knockoffs. Wasn't able to pull it off. He does seem very dangerous though when he's in Smash, especially with a character like Ryu who doesn't seem to be able to stay on the map as easy as some of the other ones. And he's not a heavy character, right? Heavy characters take more to knock off, but they move slower. Is he? Dang. Is he gonna make it? Oh, and he gets the clip. Cool launcher with another down smash. Seems to be that move seems to be working out for him lately. At least in this. He is down one game. I have to imagine when he's choosing, you can just knock him out of it, right?
I'm not sure.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out why we were just looking at... Oh, and this should be a kill from Cool Launcher. Blows it. Almost gets it back, though. And that is it. He does regain and finish that stock. Should have gotten that stock, that third stock, a little bit earlier. Jay switches to his IRL cosplay. This is the guy he cosplays every day in life. Can't let Cloud get that limit break. That was nice. Cloud was not expecting to be sent off the map there, it feels like. Looked like he thought that he was pretty safe there. Jay looks like this game's going a little better for him than last game. Nice little 3-hit combos. Cloud's struggling a little bit with the run-ins. I would expect we'll see Cloud check those run-ins here shortly. Or he'll just juggle us to our doom. Jay did take a stock off that time, so he's improving. That's what we want to see here, Iowa Western, is improvement. All right, we go in. It is 2-2. This Cool Launcher, well, I don't even know what happened there. His character was just vibrating back and forth. I didn't know Ryu had a move that made your game glitch. It does seem like Ryu does a ton of damage, though, with some of his hits.
But the combos are really well.
Yeah. And then you throw in the dragon punches. Dragon kick! Is it a limited duration buff too?
Yes.
Okay.
And it has a cooldown coming back.
Interesting. All right, cool. So you generally want to be aggressive inside of those cooldowns against Shulk. Okay. He's like, oh no, shield.
So he was actually able to put shield on in the middle of the hit, so I don't think it took as much damage.
Right, which was really cool. Seems like that's probably the high-level way of playing Shulk. Oh, well. On the other side, that is not the high-level way to play Ryu. Not in Smash, anyway. I guess in Street Fighter, you can't even turn your back to your opponent, so it doesn't matter.
You also can't fall off in that.
Oh no, Cool Launcher returns with his own unfortunate mistake. Gets right back into it, though. He's taking that Buster damage. So you're saying with Buster, he can combo more because it keeps him closer, but with Smash, it does less damage, but less...
Yeah, they're the
or
opposite.
the opposite, yeah.
Buster does more damage, less launch. Smash does more launch, less damage. So you start with Buster to get him high, and then you finish with Smash to have him crawl.
Okay, that makes sense. So the big thing that we really want to see is we want to see Ryu. If he can't win this stock outright, he needs to just put him in danger of getting one of those, like, the uppercut. Okay, there we go.
Running with shit.
I'd be spamming neutral area with so much as Shulk. Well, I don't know what that does, Bones, but I'm sure it's fantastic. Jay swapping to Toon Link. I don't know if Toon Link is going to be able to handle a Cloud. Here, that is the question. Real life. Does Link beat Cloud? Probably not. I think if Link was a real person and he had to fight Cloud as a real person, I think they lose. That he loses. Cloud can do, like, light speed moves. Have you seen Omni Slash? Like, that move's crazy.
Oh, no. I actually think Omni Slash is his ultimate smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like Omni Slash 5 or something. If you played the mode just for fun and had those smashes on, you should use Omni Slash from Cloud.
That's the only way to beat Final Fantasy VII, was to have Omni Slash. You could literally go through the whole game and beat Sephiroth, and if you didn't have Omni Slash, you don't beat the game. If you didn't have it unlocked. Or I guess the true ending, we'll call it true ending, maybe. And for those of you who played games back then, the only way to get Omni Slash was to win it through the tournament. And it was the most broken stuff that you had to face off against. Stuff constantly turning you into frogs every round, so you couldn't do anything.
Wow.
Hey, that connected for No Name. Well done there by No Name. I believe that's 4-0, 3-0. Oh, okay. Well, not well done. Not well done to one more game. If you win, we're reverse sweeping you. You're going down. Fireballs. The reason that it makes me sad that there's no red fireballs for Ryu, and hasn't been for a while, I feel like, is in the old Street Fighter, if you hit them with a red fireball, they caught on fire and flew backwards and their entire body was engulfed in flames. But there was no combo. And most people know how to throw a fireball in Street Fighter. It's basically down, rotate forward, and then punch. For him to do the red fireball, it was backwards, rotate down, then forward into a 180 arc into a fireball. So it took a little bit longer to input the command, did a little bit more damage, and threw him on the ground when you hit him instead of just knocking him back. There's a lot of sword movements happening and not a lot of punching movements. But that would make sense since Shulk was in his ability at that point. Oh. Cool Launcher's up 2 stocks to 1. We're in game 5 right now, if I understand. Am I correct? Okay. I lose track sometimes when we bounce back and forth. You think this is game 6? I thought we were 2-2.
I think it's 3-2.
Oh, okay. Well, we are in game 6, gentlemen, and we are down 1 stock apiece. Even Steven. We're up by 1. All right, cool. By the way, neither one of the vending machines worked. So I'm sad. Oh, no.
That's a bad recovery.
That was an unfortunate recovery for sure. Jay switches over to somebody. Corin. Cloud is like, I have never had to fight so many characters in one sitting. Oh, misses her little dagger poke. Doesn't have the range on that she probably would have wanted. What's Corin from? Is she a Fire Emblem character too?
Yes. Fire Emblem Fates or something.
Oh, okay. Also, Smash and Buster work both ways. His opponents get the same buffs against him as well. Interesting. That's wild. Is it because it's that strong, Bones?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it did seem like he was able to knock... They were knocking each other out at like 60%, right?
Well, and at the final there, when he had the bad recovery, he had Smash and knocked him off at even more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it seemed like they were getting knocked out at some pretty low ranks, so that makes more sense to me. Because I'm just like, man, Ryu's a G. His uppercuts are on point. Corin. Seems like she's trying to play a little bit more of a... Jay's trying to play a little bit more of a range game with Corin, it seems like. Her little knife is apparently not as pokey as Cloud's sword. Dagger, if you want to call it. That can't be a sword, right? It's too short. It could be a short sword.
Oh, Buster's look crazy stupid.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, Buster's sword is just doesn't make sense. It is not. Is it Call of Duty playoffs today?
Yeah, Call of Duty playoffs and Hearthstone playoffs.
Nice. Speaking of Hearthstone playoffs, Jay, who we just saw in playing Smash there, does have Hearthstone playoffs today. He did finish his group, I believe, at the top. There might have been one other person. Did he lose it all? Because I think... Dang, straight kick to the face. Those of you who are WWE fans would know that as a super kick. Oh, yeah, that's true. Sweet chin music.
Jay was 7-0 in Hearthstone.
Okay.
Wise was 5-0.
Hey! And Jay takes the... Oh, wait, Strumwalking takes the W over Cool Launcher.
Wow, he was down 3-1.
Yeah. That was fantastic. Fantastic play there by Strum. What happened? Oh, yeah. Took the long road off, not the quick road, the slow fall. So congratulations to Strum for taking that win. What was the school that he was playing against?
Onondaga.
Onondaga. Oh, there he is. We'll bring him back in. All right. Well, the Ryu versus, who did we say that character was?
Shulk.
Shulk, yeah, there we go. So one thing I didn't know until Bone said it in chat was that when he is offering that Smash and Buster work both ways. So that gives them to you too. I didn't know that. I just thought that that was part of that guy's kit and that he was just messing you up. But you were knocking them off at some pretty low health points.
I made frequent input errors, and that was a severe issue for some of the first games.
Okay. So it seemed like in the first match, because we watched the first map, your charge punch was landing like every time. Like he was just taking it, and you were getting that stun, and that was fantastic. It looks like second map, he started teching that a little more. Every time you were going to charge, he went to grab you. And then you kind of went away from that gameplay a little bit because obviously he was figuring it out.
It's a noob trap. It's something you do to make sure to see if someone will think. Oh,
but it looked like that game was pretty back and forth for most of it. You got the 3 stock that one time. That was fantastic. Great job on that round.
The issue is just, like I said, a lot of the times I made my input errors or like errors in judgment, like when I jumped directly into an up smash.
Or when you would jump off the map.
Yeah, although a few times
that Tatsu the wrong way.
Although, yeah, Tatsuing the wrong way is always very frustrating because the issue is, you know, it's the same input, quarter circle back, quarter circle forward. So sometimes when you're in you can get into an awkward situation where you try to throw a fireball and it'll do a Tatsu and that'll send you flying off the wrong side of the map. And then one of the matches, I had a weird moment where I guess I lost my jump at some point, so I couldn't recover.
That might have been when we were watching Jay at some
Maybe.
point, because we have to bounce back and forth.
Yeah, I know.
So we didn't get to watch all of you. We did see most of your games though. The one game that we didn't see was the 3-0, right?
We saw a little bit of it.
We saw the very end, basically the last stock when you knocked them off. When we're like, oh, it's a 3-0, hey. But it seemed like it was a very close match. It seemed like you guys were pretty evenly matched. It felt like, even with your input errors, like I felt like he missed. There were a few times where I'm like, where you should have died, and he just didn't do anything. So I think it went kind of back and forth. You guys seemed like it was a very good match. How did you feel about it overall? How about like his adjustments with the charge punch?
I don't know. I was mostly frustrated about my input errors.
Okay.
That was the main thing.
So you felt like you were probably your biggest hindrance in that map versus your opponent. Okay, that's fine.
I think I was better than him. I think I was messing up a lot more though. You know, I was getting nervous because I'm not good at fighting Shulk.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Bones made a comment that he would be using, what was his neutral jump? Like over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, to be fair, that's because Shulk's snare is really good.
Yeah.
It is massive. I think Shulk just has a generally good matchup against Ryu, just because so many of Shulk's moves are multi-hits, and I think Ryu can really prey because of focus attack on characters that don't have good multi-hits, because you can charge through, beat them up, get a full combo,
and then send them on their way.
But Shulk, pretty much all of his smash attacks are multi-hits. A ton of his aerials are multi-hits. You really can't safely get back on the ground against Shulk as Ryu because your best disadvantage.
I did see sometimes that your uppercuts were hitting him through the floor.
Oh yes.
So that's always a positive. And I made a comment on this a little bit about your throwing red fireballs, which Ryu I don't think happens anymore in Street Fighter.
That is Shakunetsu Hadoken. He has not had Shakunetsu has had 2 different forms. It's had the form you see in Smash Bros, which I think he had in Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha. Yeah,
where you would hit them, they turn into like the flaming body that would fly backwards and land.
And then in Street Fighters 3 and 4, Shakunetsu Hadoken became his EX Hadoken.
Oh, okay, that would make more sense.
But
it seems like in 5 and 6, it's just not
in 5 and 6, it's closer to his electricity.
Yeah, okay.
That's become more of Ryu's thing.
Do you think that they should make his critical art the red fireball?
I would love it if they brought back Shakunetsu Hadoken.
It's wild that they got rid of it to me.
I mean, to be fair, there's more moves that they've gotten rid of that a lot of people would like back. I mean, the most infamous would, of course, be Zangief's Green Hand.
Yeah.
Everyone misses Green Hand.
I wish I could just unlimited hands with Hanzo.
Honda still's got his hands.
Yeah, but unlimited. You used to just be able to do it forever.
All right. Well, yeah, they're not plus on block anymore.
And then Chun-Li's kicks used to be infinite as well.
They used to be mashes.
Blanca's charge. He'd sit there and he could just do it forever.
Electricity, hands, and legs. Those moves were all mash inputs before, and now they're motion inputs. Which honestly, I like more. I don't like mash inputs.
It's better for the game.
Yeah,
for it not to be.
Mash inputs I just find very unsatisfying and find them annoying.
There's very little skill to them.
No, there's a lot of skill to them actually. There can be a huge amount of skill and precision in a mash input.
I don't know if I would necessarily agree.
Well, here's the thing. Things, for example,
but fireballs would hurt you. Yeah. Like you can't just sit in your back corner as Honda.
For example, with a mash move, with the skill in inputting them precisely. For example.
Well, of course, yeah.
Because, like in Street Fighter 4, you'd have to... Yeah, I know I'm hidden, Jay. I'm behind the microphone.
We got you, Jay. You're fine.
But
Jay's man. He can't be in here. Cloud was rough.
I know.
That was a rough matchup for him, for sure.
Yeah. Did you see my last match?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a heart attack trying to fight.
Yeah.
Screwed up 2 stocks and then
Hey, Michelle26 with the Prime Gaming sub. Thank you for that, Michelle.
I hope that was one of the free ones that came with Amazon Prime and that you're not paying Amazon more money.
I'm assuming it has to be with the Prime Gaming. Yeah.
Prime sub, it's the free one.
Yeah.
Shout out, thank you for that a lot. Obviously, your
Yes, in
Prime
that case,
subs
very
can go to
cool.
anybody,
Excellent.
and obviously giving your free sub a month to us is huge. So thank you for that. What else do we got? You got? Do we have Street Fighter later this?
Street Fighter playoffs
Yeah.
this Thursday.
And who are you facing off against? It's not the Geef, is
I think
it?
it's Follow Your Dreams. I don't remember if that's the Geef or the DJ. I don't think
Is
that's
it
the
one
other
of them?
I'm pretty sure it's one of them.
Okay. I would imagine you wouldn't play against the DJ if he came in first, because I don't think you didn't like just barely make the cutoff. I thought you were like third place. Weren't
I
you?
think I was 3rd place.
Yeah. Okay. So you're probably going to play the Geef.
Yeah.
So if any Geefs out there that are high level who
Yeah,
want to smash Strumoken around to get used to a Masters level Geef, please let us know.
Yeah, I tried to find Geefs and DJs to play on the Street Fighter Discord. Didn't get any hits.
Really?
No,
That
I-
surprises me. I feel like there would be a lot of like Master level Geefs that just want to smash on people.
Weirdly enough, the Street Fighter Discord does not have a dedicated Let's Find Games channel.
Strange.
Like if I go on like the King of Fighters Discord, you can go on there and ask for games, and you'll probably have someone answering you in like a minute or 2.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
See, that's also because people who play King of Fighters are also a lot more obsessed with King of Fighters.
Yeah. People who like King of Fighters like King of Fighters.
Oh yes.
So don't get on their bad side.
It's a very good way to make a lot of Mexican enemies.
Not liking King of Fighters?
Yes.
Oh, is it very big down in like South America and
if
Central
you
America?
look at like the top 8 of a King of Fighters online tournament, I'm going to tell you 90% of the time, all 8 people are going to have a Mexican flag by their name.
Really?
And the other
That's the big game down there
And
in
the
Mexico,
other
huh?
10% of the time is going to be 7 out of the 8.
Well, we talk about how there's a lot of games out there sometimes that are very regional based throughout the
Oh
world.
yes, fighting
StarCraft
games are
2.
especially like that.
Fighting games are huge about that, yeah.
KOF is huge in Mexico, Taiwan, and China. Street Fighter's huge in Japan.
Yep.
America's Mortal Kombat, which is not my cup of tea. Although I do like that America is #1 with Marvel vs. Capcom. Then there's Tekken, which is... I think the gag I've heard with Tekken is that the people who are very good at Tekken are from Pakistan or are African Americans.
The world champions are usually from Japan.
The last few ones, like Arslan Ash, is from Pakistan.
Was he?
Yeah, Arslan Ash
Is this
from
for the new
Pakistan.
Tekken?
No, this was in Tekken 7.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Arslan Ash was
Last
in-
I always used to see what's his name with the bear. I always used to smash on people and won the world championship with bear one year.
I don't know. The few times I've seen Tekken, I think one of the times it was a dude from Korea, and I don't know. I know that Tekken is a very international game.
It is, yeah, and that's awesome. You really like to see that. It makes things like Evo makes things exciting in those moments and
Then
stuff.
there's
like
Guilty
that,
Gear, which is pretty much it's international, but like if you're gonna look at like the top 8, so if top 8 of KOF is all Mexicans, top 8 of Guilty Gear is all trans people, which honestly I think is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know everyone looks for those games that they can just be awesome with, and the fighting game community is probably one of the most inclusive gaming communities on the planet. I mean, look at Sonic Fox by himself, right?
We're being told to wrap up.
So it looks like we're gonna take off. What do we got up next? We got Hearthstone next.
Yes.
Is Jay in there practicing him and Y-Song going into playoffs for Hearthstone? Hopefully they make it far enough to where they end up facing each other. That would be really cool. Strum, any thank yous for your wins today? Any shout outs you got for some people before we send us off?
The darkness consumes me in many times, and I stare at the ceiling, thinking of those I've lost in my life.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Thank
All
you,
right,
my cat.
all right, guys. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back for some Hearthstone playoffs when we come back.